Hi, welcome to first tutorial. Well, technically our first project on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I'm so excited we're going to implement this project. This is a to-do list app. Let me just run it. Move it in my browser and we're good to go. Okay, see if I can refresh. Okay. This is a to-do list app that we have a bone structure of HTML. In here we have a list of to-dos. In here we can use this button to add the button and a placeholder, an input to insert the text and get the text from it and then add it to. In here we have unordered list that we use to show to-dos. And there are some stylings here. I mean, we can move this out. We can move this stuff out of this file so that it would be more readable. But we're probably gonna do it at the end of the video. And simply, I just wanted to keep all the things in here. So, without further ado, let's continue to our application. Okay, first things first, I want to check if the app is live refreshing. Yeah. So whenever I make a change here, it would show in here my browser instantly. Okay, and the second thing that I'm gonna do is to navigate here to Google, and we're gonna use some search. Like this stuff is too old for me. I mean, after using React, which is another JavaScript framework that really is up the project. I might, after this project, after this playlist, we move on to React to show you how it's easier in React. For myself only, I'm going to look up for such stuff on Google just because I wanted to check on some syntax, and it would, I thought to myself I could finish the project before recording this video, but no, I want to show you how it's really done, and I wanted to show you a glimpse of how things are done in our project. So in here we have a to-do list, and if we want to add a new to-do list, we create a span here and mark it as like bread. Okay, this is not a to-do list. We could say grocery list or anything else. And then we have to have a class actions according to my CSS. Okay, we have to add two buttons. The first one is complete. Okay, so mark complete, and the second one is I want to another button called delete in here. Okay, save this, and I kind of want to make it in line, or no, I can do that in line, but let's find a better. Where have I used the to-do list? I haven't already. Okay, I'm going to create to-do list, and I'm going to use flex display. Okay, and I want to justify content space between to make them look like this. Now it's better. Don't worry about the CSS styling here. We're going to talk about it in the fifth project, but it would be always good to have this. Okay, first thing that I want to do is add a to-do. Okay, for this I'm going to have lists or list. In my list I want to have a title, which is here. I mean, title, that would be a good name, like bread. I want to mark this as is completed, as false, is deleted. If it's deleted, it shouldn't be here. So do we have anything else? Mark complete, delete to-dos, and save and load to local storage. Okay, we have a list in here. We're going to use this as a only source of truth. And what I want to do right now is add to-dos. Whenever I want to come here and say like I want a tomato, paste and click on add in here, I want this to clean, I want this input to be empty, become empty, and add another thing, tomato paste, with complete and delete action buttons here. So how am I able to achieve this? We're gonna make a function add to do. Okay, and for this function I want to get only a title, which is a type string. Okay, I don't want to get into TypeScript, but I want to say when this button is clicked here, I want you to add the to do, but we have to have a title for here, and I'm going to get element by ID and to do input, which is here, and I'm going to use the value, node value. Is the node value correct? Is it a function or just a string? No, it returns a string. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is to come here and console log the title. So when G's, I don't want it. So when I say tomato, I expect to see the tomato written in here. So I think it's text content. Tomato. What is this? What is this? What is the meaning of this? Get element value text JavaScript. Okay, how do I get the value? And with W3 is cool. Get element by ID value. Value is not in my IntelliSense. Tomato. Okay, it was value. The IntelliSense just confused me. Okay, I don't trust my IntelliSense right now, but I'm going to continue this video. This element to that function, to this function, and this function logs this title. Okay, that's the only thing that we're gonna need. Okay, I'm going to add another, after that, we have to, after getting the input, we want to create that element. Okay, we say document create element. Okay, and the created element should be of type, oh, missed this, list. Okay, and in here I don't think that's necessary. Yep, that's better. So we have to put our items in li tag, which stands for list, and I'm going to document create an element of li, and we're gonna say this is a list. This is not a list, this is just an item. Okay, and for that item I want to say just document dot create text node with this title, okay, and item dot append child document dot create text node. And then what I would like to do is that's the other thing, that we want this to be span, right? But let's get the parent, get element by ID, and to-do list parent, and the parent should append this child as item. Okay. So when I come here, I expect to see nothing now. I accidentally saw it. How's this even possible? If it's, is it in a span? Does this put it in a span? No, it just place it right here. But I want to use it in span because we have styling for it later on. So here's two things that I want to do. I want my actions here to appear here, and I want to put this value inside span. Okay, close before tags, and I want to create element using I can do another thing, but I want to see if had with create element with string from create element JavaScript from string. Okay, if that makes sense. Create element first child. No, this is not it. So this inner text, no. Yeah, this is what I'm hoping to do. But this used jQuery. What the hell? Let's use jQuery. Should I use it? No, it's a beginner friendly video. So yeah, we should. Oh, inner HTML. This one's better. Okay. So what I would like to do now is, instead of creating another element of span, creating another element of div, creating two elements of button, what I would like to do is just to create a simple string, okay? And in here, I want to use a string. I want to use that thing that my keyboard doesn't support right now. What was it called? String. I made a video of it. String JS. It's symbols like this, but yeah, I want to use backticks. Thank you. And I use it. This is the worst video ever. How can someone watch me? Okay, what I want to do is to put this in here, and hello, okay, and okay. I have obsession. Yeah, I know. So I want this to be title, okay? I want to be actions, and I want to mark this class as complete. List dot length. Yeah, sounds right. List dot length -1 for index. We can use another variable for item index, and it would be list dot length -1 to show that it's the last item. because we are gonna add the list.push in here, and what we're gonna push is title. And I want to, when we first created the item, I want to mark this as it's not completed yet. And yeah, item index and item in here, list at length -1, so we can get rid of this and use item index. The reason why I'm doing here is would be I'm thinking ahead of the time, but let's just leave it here for a bit. I might change this, but in here I have a string that is creating a list, a span, put a title in it, div, and actions. So basically this should add the list properly, okay? And in here, in my parent, I'm going to get rid of this. In my parent to-do list, I want to append this child because it's no longer a child. It's your container ID. I want to, this is a container, this is a parent that should have this. Oh my god, how are we gonna handle maybe if I add this, it would stop us from adding more tasks, but we're gonna solve that later on. Okay, it's nothing's working in here. So let's look at the list. The list's working fine, but what's not working here? Uncut item is not defined. Which item? Oh my god. Tomato, add, and it's tomato. We are adding to do, but we are not adding to do's. One thing that came up, and I have to go, and I will continue this video as soon as I get back, okay? So in here I want to just rename this file. Where can I use F2? Pressing F2, and I want to say this is the new item, and I want to add this item to the items before.